one of the higher picks for green, I think. Green doesn't have much in the way of removal, it never has. So you're going to want to pick up anything in green that remotely resembles removal whenever possible. One card that's making a lot of pretty big splash is the 1 mana instant that makes 2 creatures fight. I've completely lost the name, I don't know what it's called, but it's definitely a big bonus to green, especially with all the big green creatures. And it looks like I'm going to be picking a whole lot of morph, a lot of transforming creatures. I'm not sure how I feel about that. At the pre-release, they did the patch wrong here, where you oh crap. In real life, you're only going to get 1 transforming card per pack, and exactly 1 transforming card per pack, and that's not true of the packs in NetDraft right now. So this may not be representative of a real draft, but I'm going to go with it anyway. I'm just picking up the cards that are in my color, unless there's anything playable at this point, and there really isn't. I'd like some better cards, some better creatures. Honestly, I'm getting past a whole lot of combat tricks, a lot of instants, a lot of sorceries, a lot of enchantments, stuff like that, and those are good, but you need the creatures because they're what's going to get the job done. Alright, so going into this last pack, it looks like I'm definitely going to be green-white. And it looks like I got past a green rare. Let's see what it does. Non-token creature. Interesting. It seems kind of situational, so I'm going to see what else we have. Yeah, that's no good. That's good. We got some really good blue here. I think I'm going to want to hate draft some of those blue cards. I don't know if I like passing those. Unless I want to pick up the Scarecrow. The colorless card might go in my deck, but I don't like that he has Defender. 3 mana for a 2/3 is pretty solid, but if he can't attack, he's not good. Yeah, I think I'm going to pick up the Murder just to save myself some trouble there. Alright, so now we got some good white and green cards here. Well, at least a white card. These all suck. Mulch might be good. I'm still trying to figure out whether that's a playable card or not. I'm going to pick up the Haunting, though, because that's another makes creatures, and they have flying, too, which is very useful. And it's instant speed, so I can use it as a combat trick if I need to. But for the most part, I'm going to be probably casting those just for the flying creatures, the flying damage. Or at least I'm going to try to, because that means I'm on the offense. I've already got 2 Vipers to deal with attackers. The Spirits should be best just for cleaning up the kill. 2 damage a turn is pretty nice, and flying makes it hard to block. So we got, yeah, I'm going to pick up the Geist here. The Spider seems inefficient. 5 mana for a 2/4, and I have to have Morbid to be able to get it in any respectable size. I'd much rather have a Giant Spider from M12. And it doesn't look like there's anything else in this pack that I'm going to want in my deck, at least. Maybe some goodies for other people, but the Geist is really the only thing that I want in my deck. Alright, and we got some more white. And none of it's good. The sentry's decent. Maybe I'll pick that. I don't know how I feel about getting all these transform cards. This isn't good. Markov Patrician is kind of cool. It's like a beefed up version of the Child of Night from the core set. So basically the same thing. 1 toughness, high power, lifelink, cheap creature. Well, I'm going to have to... I want to pick up the Boneyard Worm. I think he'd be cool. I think I'll pick that. I'm just thinking that the Ambush Viper would actually be a really cool synergy, because once you've cast him as a removal spell, he does kill whatever he's playing, but when he's in the graveyard he counts as a creature, which is mentioned by a lot of cards. Yeah, these transform creatures are really solid. 3 mana for 2/3 isn't bad, and then it transforms. Hopefully they'll be a bit more rare when I actually play with the real cards. And that's basically pacifism, so I'm going to pick that up. There's not too many... +2/+2 as long as it's human is... that's something you got to keep in mind. But I'm pretty sure 75% of the creatures in this set, if not more, are not human. And the ones that are human are usually pretty small. They're the supporting guys, or the guys that transform into bigger werewolves. So I'm usually not going to be worried about humans if I understand this set correctly. They're just not going to be what's going to be threatening me. Now, I thought Spare from Evil was the pick here, but it looks like I've already got 2, so maybe it's not as good as I thought it was. I played a sealed game a little while ago, and these Lumberknot was a pretty big threat. On the other hand, I'd much rather have removal, so it's either that or the Lumberknot. And I'm going to go with the Lumberknot, just because I like creatures. And I don't like any of these cards. I'm going to pick up the 6/9 creature. That's kind of scary. Ghostly Possession, I'm still not sure how I feel about, because it gives a creature flying, so you'd think it would you'd play it on your own creatures, but then those creatures can't attack. And if you cast it on your opponent's creatures, then they become the greatest blockers ever, because you can't deal damage to them. So I'm still not sure how to feel about that. Diregraph Ghoul is another card that is making waves in the Magic community. 1 mana for a 2/2 creature was pretty much out of the question a couple years ago, but they've been buffing creatures up. So now I guess 1 mana for a 2/2 is acceptable. I mean, that comes into play tap thing isn't it's not that big a drawback, because you just you cast them and then you attack next turn. The coming into play tap only affects his blocking, and if you're playing a 1 mana 2/2 creature in black, you don't really care about blocking anyway, so you don't miss him. Alright, let's see what this deck looks like. We got a whole lot of green. Let's put that in first. I'm going to put in the Geist later. I want to get in all my solid creatures first. Make sure they're all set up, and then I'll fill in the slots with other stuff. Yeah, I mean, hex proof could be pretty good. There's a whole lot of removal, a whole lot of combat tricks, so being immune to that could be useful. I'm going to skip over the Pure Bloods this time. I'll come back, maybe put it in. I think I will put mulch in. I've got, that would make the Wreath of Geist a lot better. And I've got that Bone Worm too. And I'm going to fill up the last 3 spots. Yeah, I guess I'll put it in. What the heck. And the 2 protection spells, they'll be like the finishers. I'll cast that and make all my guys unblockable. And I'll keep the wooden stake in the sideboard, see how many vampires my opponent's playing. That's another card I kind of have problems with. I don't like cards that mention creature types because you have to do like statistical analysis or something to figure out, is this card good in this format? Are there enough vampires to make it work? That kind of thing. And that's just not what I like to do when I'm playing Magic. Alright, so I'm just going to throw some Forest Plains in here and finish up. I'll see you once I'm in the game. See you around.